Hello and welcome back to Gategully, where I'm slightly panicked about all my dwarves getting eaten by a forgotten beast. So I'm going to go, if I can remember where I'm going, I'm going to go to all my masons workshops and I'm going to set the profile. So I don't want to act, that's the wrong thing I'm doing here. I want the exact opposite of what I just did. I'm going to set it so only legendary masons are going to mason. The theory being that then my masons won't have anything to do. Masons don't have anything to do. And therefore, okay, I'm going to continue doing it anyway. My masons will not have anything to do. Therefore, all they have to do, the only job they will have, is to go down and make the wall that is going to mean that no one dies. Down here. Yeah. I'm a bit frightened, really. I have a sneaking suspicion, because if anything I do relies on my dwarves doing something sensibly, especially and I can't close the bridge that I made because I very cleverly don't seem to have any mechanics at the minute. So let's do this. Can I? Yeah. So I can't set up the trapdoor what I've set up. Sorry, not the trapdoor, the drawbridge that I have in fact set up, because I have yet to actually hook that up with mechanisms. So everyone's going to die. It's great. Interestingly, this one of the, I think the restrictions about levers is you can't tell what they're attached to. No, you don't seem to be able to tell what they're attached to, which would be a convenient and handy thing to be able to do, but hey, what are you going to do? Okay, some bit of the wall has been made. We might not be as doomed as I thought we were. I've only got 5 idlers. This is probably not going to work. I do have quite a lot of rock blocks that are just kind of sitting around. Okay, so these are, oh heaven's sake, church blocks. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to forbid and then search for church. And so now only church blocks can go here. The desperate thought is that then I'm going to get some haulers going to put some blocks down there. Maybe in time to save some time on making the wall. But it might not matter. And if it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. I don't much care. I mean, probably the odds are reasonably good that the 2 masons with the blocks to build the final 2 steps of wall are already on the way, and therefore setting up a block stockpile near there is going to do sod and all. So I don't want A, I want U. In fact, let's just, are you done? Yes, so it turns out that stockpile is completely pointless. But that's fine. How do I unstockpile things? Remove designations. Because there's no point moving stuff down there. Which means I'm going to have some blocks kind of strewn around the countryside as people kind of go, what? I'm taking this to a stockpile now. There isn't a stockpile. I'm very confused. Oh, hell's everything. Of course, this is not the only way into... so maybe I did want that. I'm a moron. Maybe I did want that. Because I want to start building walls here. Build, construct, wall, you. I don't want you. What? Okay. Let's not build it out of soap. So I probably did in fact want that block bar thing there. The only other place that connects to the caverns is down here, but that's, I think that is that the same? Yeah, it's the caverns. That's the caverns in general. So build, construct wall. Just gonna wall everything off. Just desperately hoping that I have in fact found the right... Yeah, this is only the 150s, this is not the very deep caverns, which is the... well, not one, the minus 70s, minus 80s, minus 90s. Have I lost you, or have you just moved out of my range of vision? I think you've just moved out of my range of vision. There's a cage. Oh, I was going to make cage traps. Yeah, I'm almost certainly completely doomed. Right, so I don't know whether it's actually disappeared or whether it's simply no longer in my field of view and therefore not visible, but you know. Well, yeah, while I'm doing things, I'm going to set pretty much anywhere that's not the middle of the road to be a low traffic area. Because basically, dwarves ain't got no reason to be... That should help with pathfinding and stuff. Is the theory anyway. So dwarves should only go to places if they actually meant to. I keep those. I keep the middle of the of that road high traffic. The theory is that this helps with traffic, and it stops them panicking about, you know, it stops them pathfinding in strange, weird places which make no sense to be pathfinding. And in fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to restrict. I don't think this is going to work quite the way I wanted to, but I'm going to restrict pretty much the entire outside map. This is going to be a low traffic area. I could probably keep this as restricted with no problem. L. I'm just going to make essentially a path. So they'll come out, I mean, they'll still come out here if they actually need to come out here. That's what the restricted thing will do. But they won't just casually wander about for no good reason. More importantly, they won't try and use the outside as any kind of shortcut. And they won't, when they do come out, so you know, he's wandering about quite happily, so that's not a problem. So if he needs to go to the outside, they go to the outside. But they will tend to only do a search, for a pathfinding search, on a particular path. So they're not trying to consider the entire outside map whenever they're going outside. The theory is that this helps with your pathfinding and such, and speeds things up a little. I really need these walls built a bloody sap. Specifically, I need those walls built right now. That's what I need. Because if the Forgotten Beast comes through, I'm not going to be a happy monkey at all. So the actual, these are the ones that, this is the new caverns, there aren't any Forgotten Beasts in here. So I'm okay. I think. As okay as I ever am, I mean, I'm probably horribly doomed, as I always am. Because, quite frankly, I'm an idiot. Right, so that's getting done. So that's going to get walled off. Hurrah! Oh, that's getting on. That's getting on. It's getting deep. Quite happy with that. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Cancel construct building, could not find a path. That's not good. You should be able to find a path. Unless it's that one there. You may well not be able to find a path there, but I don't think I care that much. Because I do not believe a Forgotten Beast can get through a corner like that, so it should be alright. Although they seem to be able to do some corners. They seem like they do some corners but not others. But then again, this is actually on top of... part of the problem is it's on top of another kind of thing which is already an empty space. And I don't know why they're not building that one when they've built other corners. They built that corner, but they haven't built that corner. I don't know why. There doesn't seem to be anything about it that says I can't build it. They just seem to have not bothered. No, they have built that. Dwarves are weird. Dwarves are so odd. So now I'm going to get some inaccessible things because there'll be stuff out in the caverns that they wanted to get, but they can't get it no more. Right, I'm just going to suspend it. And unsuspend it and see if that does anything. But I don't care. Right. Obviously the Forgotten Beast seems to... But no, the Forgotten Beast is back. So let's go and have a look at you and follow you around and see what you're doing. It's heading down, yeah, it's heading up again. The caverns are very complicated, so who knows what it's doing. Yeah, so I lose sight of it and I can't follow it. Which makes sense, I guess. What are you guys doing? You're detailing the floor like what I told you to do. That's good. I mean, I could engrave this and make this into a more memorial hall, but I'm not sure I really want yet another place where dwarves kind of wander about. I'd rather they all wandered about and stayed in my nice, pretty legendary dining room. But I get nice thoughts and stuff, and where all the food and drink is. that. Right, so hopefully down into the depths. Still no idea why I can't do that one corner. Down to the depths. Right, we are now walled off. So that's nice. Yeah, what is it already? Can hit F5. Now, can I? No, cannot build a lever. So I'm not gonna try anything fancy or schmancy until such time as I am reasonably certain that I can hook up a bridge. Right, so I can go and change those back down again. Not that I seem to run out of jobs for them to do, so actually it was probably alright. But better safe than sorry, I guess. Right, are you guys active? So the brains of tin are active. I have not started up Dwarf Therapist. So let's go find Dwarf Therapists. Do it manually. Basically I want to go look at my squad, make sure they're doing what I think they should be doing. I mean, they're almost certainly not, because let's face facts, they always do stupid things if they can possibly manage it. Ah, they have no activity. No, they don't, so they won't do. But what I'm wanting to check to see if they're actually wearing the things that they should be wearing. So you've got breastplates, that's good. And you've got steel short sword, that's nice. Steel shield. So reasonably well armoured, quite pleased with that. Pretty sure I made leggings for them at some point as well. But the reason they're doing sod and all is that I forgot to assign them the barracks. There we go. So they will sleep and train here. So they should now sleep and train. Let's have a look at these. Granite slab. That's not what I wanted. I wanted T. Granite slab to death. And that's right, I don't know who or what those things are. That's fine. Build alt slab. And I'm going to find I'm going to not find, that's it, to a wagon. Why they made a memorial to a wagon, I don't know. Right, so I've got pigtail go on there, which I didn't have before, which is good. Kitchen with farms workshop will process pounds on repeat until they cancel, which they will probably do very quickly because they're annoying like that. What are you carrying? You're carrying a reacher, partial skeleton, whatever reacher is. So you're making bones. Good on you. Good on you with your bone making self. JM, what's going on? Oh, someone's making crossbows, hurrah! JMQ, iron leggings, tailor. Run out of rye seeds, but that's fine. is American Pie. Rye being good for making certain types of alcohol. Which is a good thing. Where are you going? Store item and stockpile. Well, you do that then. Okay, I seem to have saved myself from the horrible... oh, there's a dwarven child who is undead. Lovely! That's what we want. Let's add a task. I probably should have slabbed them already, but I'll slab them now. Add new task. No slabs of graves. Ghost. Kill. Gonna see if they're on my list. Do I have a slab for them already? No slab, well, no slab of graves, so I know they don't. I'll see if they have a grave is what I'm interested in right now. Obok Goden. Dwarven child. Slash R, Shift R. Search. Obok. So he does have a grave already. He has a grave there. I suspect that the problem is that poor old Kel might be this kid here. Well, there's somebody fell down this well and was never seen again. There we go. No, that's someone else. Okay. Yeah, I never did get this sorted out properly. I've got some idling going on, so maybe I can fix that. But somewhere, the corpse of that poor child is just not accessible anywhere. So that would appear to have been done already. Let's make sure this is the right coffin. Yep. Build slab there. X. And make sure I got the right one. No, right, okay. It hit tab a lot of time. Right. F2. Build slab. What's going on? Build. Have I got the caps lock key on? I've got the caps lock key on. Build slab. Slab goes here. Then I go X, and I go look for. What? Oh, hang on. I suspect someone's moving it, or someone's. What is going on? I thought I just engraved it. Didn't do anything idiotic like not engrave it. And Alt S. Okay, apparently I did. Apparently I was a complete idiot. I do have some just good old-fashioned slabs, or are these all memorials? No, these are all memorials. So I don't actually have any just standard slabs. Okay, balls. JMQ rock slab 30. Hump. Hump. Okay, let's have a quick look at these slabs. Let's get them out of the way then. Tab. F2. Oh, there we go. I can't hit F2 to save my bloody life, apparently. Ral a tast misdem. Should find out what those mean. What those accents actually mean. So if I can find out who these belong to, and I should have now graves for all concerned. Then I can get rid of them. Another Tossid. Tossid seems to be a relatively common name. Right, it's going to be exciting, so I'm just going to quickly speed things up for a second. Now, the interesting thing is I seem to have some slabs that don't correspond to graves. I don't know how exciting that is to you, but well, it's not exciting. It's curious. Decap Enil Ellinvedson, who I think is this slab here. Decab Enilador. I don't appear to have a grave for them, but as far as I gather, I have spare graves, so I can only assume that if they were going to have whoever they are, they don't seem to count as one of mine. Certainly in terms of graves. What? Oh, caps lock. Oh, caps lock, my bane. So I don't know who Dakab Enilador is. I'm just going to quickly check that again. So I don't have any Dakabs. I don't have anything with Enil. So I do not know who that is. Well, what that means is I'm gonna put them back. I'm gonna put them up here. Build slab. And given I don't know who that is, I was going to put them here. And I found another one. Possibility is that they are dwarves who died from caravans, for example. The other one I found is Tossid Thismebzuth. So I'm going to chuck them up here because what I'm trying to do is just clear some of these engraved slabs. So the theory being that only unengraved slabs are here. But you can only hope for that, can't you? Oh, that's great. Did I just spend a job I didn't want to spend? I did. Sorry, the Fraps frame rate indicator is sat right on top of whatever key it is I need to search, so I don't know what the search is here. That's irritating. Oh, it was Q. That's nice. I've already forgotten what I was doing. Engrave. No. What am I making? Slab. Right, so some people are slabbing. That's an ongoing thing. That's nice. And B. Let's go to the building. So someone's slabbing away. Good. And I think he probably has in fact slabbed. I can get rid of that for a moment. I wanted F2, not F3. So maybe I can. He won't be able to engrave until the slab actually ends up in that graveyard, in that stockpile. So that's all fine and good. Where are you going? Oh, you're picking up Ilmenite. That's a good and fine thing that you were doing. Carry on, Mighty Dwarf. Right, I'm just going to go through the rest of these engraved slabs and see who I can find. So I'll catch you on the flip side. Around about here, I actually managed to miss out some recording because I'm so very clever. So that slabbing has now been done. I think the only other thing that happened, I've found, I've now installed all the slabs that I engraved that don't have dwarves to go along with them here. And the only other exciting thing to happen, you may decide whether or not this is exciting to you, is that I managed to get one of my craft dwarves killed by the Forgotten Beast. And what I'm desperately hoping is that this isn't, in fact, an indication that it is possible to get out of my fortress and into the upper caverns where the Forgotten Beast lives and wishes to just consume dwarves. But instead is an indication that that one dwarf got walled outside when I made my walls. Because, as far as I can tell, there's just nothing below here, so these caverns do not connect to the lower set of caverns. So it's possible that that's just a craft dwarf who was out on his own and got himself Forgotten Beasted. Now, what I am going to do, just very briefly, and I'm going to hope this kind of shows up some interesting information. I'm going to go to the Units menu, go to Dead Missing, search, and see what Dakap. Okay, so Dakap was a human, so I don't know why he's memorialised, but he's a human, so he's not one of mine. That's fine. Tossid was an architect. Okay. Oh no, sorry. Tossib, this is the one. Tossib Thismabith was a necromancer. Okay, so not one of mine. Happy with that. Who else did I have? Treyris, Kobold, fine. And did I was Rigoth? Was Rigoth one of mine? Rigoth looks like it was one of mine. I can't remember. I haven't crossed him off my list, but that might just mean I haven't crossed him off my list rather than. Okay, I'll call. That's the one. May just not have crossed him off my list rather than not done him. So we'll do a search for T. Yeah, you've been stabbed. You just have not been crossed off the list. So that explains that. That explains those weird people who I. So I'm just going to cross them off the list, even though the list is on a very small piece of paper, and I no longer care about this list. Yay! I'm very happy. What's that? Something inappropriate building. What? What are you talking about? What are you on about? What is that enormous capital C you're carrying? Oh, a voracious cave crawler corpse. Well, there you go. F5, F4. Oh, excellent. This is brilliant. Build C. Build /G. Shift G to make the final floor grate. And now that's nice and full. I don't know if I think if it's at 6 they don't bother chucking water in. So now my hospital has a nice. Okay, maybe they do. Oh no, he's building great. Now that has a workable water source, and thus my infirmary now has a nearby water source, and evaporation will gradually, you know, take it out. But that's what wants it. So I'm back to doing this again, double slitting. The hope is I want to get down and get that corpse at some point, but you know, not very likely. But you know, you have to make the attempt, I think. Yeah. So basically, this is essentially what I'm doing at the moment. Is I'm recording like 10 minutes of bonus footage because after I did a section that I knew I was going to speed up to do lots of slabbing. And then, because I'm a genius, I stopped the recording and then didn't start it up again, which is how I do that. The idea is the sections that yeah, you've been missing for a week. I'm very sorry about that. Actually, let's end slabbing at you. Just in case. Lead cast bin. Yeah, so you know I stop fraps and start fraps again, and that's, you know, means that it starts a whole new recording, which is good, and so I therefore know which bits I'm going to speed up. Ast, you were right there. So there you go. Now I'm just going to see if... No, he does not count as... I suspect until I feel up to taking that beast out and killing it, I'm not going to find that corpse. And that means he's not going to get a grave. So I'm probably going to need to make a memorial to Ast right away. Well, I have now made a memorial to Ast. So I might as well go up to my upstairs. And just memorialize him. If he ever does get a grave, I can always, you know, prize up that slab. Build, construct. Oh, actually, yeah. Quickly check. K. K. What? K. Thank you. Gabbro block, right. Build, construct, floor. And I've already forgotten, but I believe it was Gabbro blocks, of which I've only got 14. I need to make some more. I need 12 more. Oh, hell. Granite? No, I need 12 more. I don't even have... Ooh, do I just not have enough blocks? Cobaltite? What is cobaltite? I've got 56 copper bars. When did that happen? Huh. I need blocks. JMQ. Rock blocks. Betty. Make some rock blocks. It'd be actually kind of interesting to see what the slab is going to say about... Because he's not dead, he's just missing at this stage. Or do they actually know? Does this enable them to actually know what happened? Which is a kind of an interesting concept. What is this? That's a stone stockpile. I'm going to remove this one. Why is it still crossbow doing? What's that doing in my finished goods stockpile? That's a strange place to put it, in my opinion. Right, let's have a look. Tea. Went missing, so just missing. Oh, it's one of my... Oh, that's annoying. It's one of my legendaries. But he killed Arab knife dye, whoever that is. Arab. Oh, he killed a child. Well, you suck and I hate you. So, on the one hand, yeah, legendary craftsdwarf of some description, because you made an artifact. On the other hand, kill the kid. So, you suck. Oh, okay, right. I've not been murdered by. None of my dwarves have been murdered by Mr. Forgotten Beast here recently. So I can only assume, given that he's just wandering around the cavern looking lost, that there is not a direct way into my fortress. Because I would just assume that if he could, Ustol Stierparier Oxut Sig would be in the midst of my dwarves, eating all their dwarfy faces. So I think I'm moderately safe. Now I would quite like, yeah, it's now vanished off my radar. I would quite like for my mighty squad of dwarves to, you know, fight and I didn't want that. I want G and get rid of labour and get rid of mist. Okay. Competent spear dwarf. Novice fighter, deadly wrestler. I think I'd better make a spear for him just in case. Steel spear. Did I make iron leggings? I can make steel leggings. What the hell? Make 4 spears. Just unsuspend that. Yeah, so before I got distracted again, maybe we need to make more spears. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would love, truly love for my mighty military to, you know, learn how to, you know, be good enough that they can take on what's his name, the thing in what's it of Dewberry. I'm really not terribly confident. And training can take a while, so we'll just let them get on with it, I guess. Yeah, one last look. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Yeah, still 3. Well, 4 spare coffins. So I've got room for dead dwarves if I need them. But I'd like to have a rather more capacity, because it tends to be you lose a dwarf, you lose a feck ton of dwarves. That's all nice, that's all nice. That's all fine. What's your problem? Why have you got a question mark? Oh, look at that. Look at that refuse stockpile. That's really full. Construct wall, floor. Might as well finish this off. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, right, okay. Ugh. So inconvenient at times. And I'm also going to chop down these trees that are nearby. Not so much for the wood, but just to make sure there's no growth right next to my stockade. I don't know whether beasties can climb up trees and then wander along leaves and stuff, but let's not make it easy for them if they can do that. Right, okay, I think this is a good place to leave it. Excellent, right, so... yeah, I'd like to get my military up to the extent that I feel that they can take on the mighty Forgotten Beast. I need to make steel armor. I've been making iron armor, and I've forgotten that I've got steel. Make sure everyone's got their favourite weapon. That's going to mean delving into the equipping bit of the military, which is a pain in the bottom. But I'll have to check that up on the Wikinator. Get them nicely armoured up. Make sure they all have their favourite weapon in steel. But in the meantime, thanks so much for watching. Do please join us at the Nearly Enough Dice YouTube channel if you wish to get videos like this delivered to you on a regular basis. And if you're interested in role-playing games, collectible card games, board games, other such geeky things, do please join us at www.nearlyenoughdice.com, which is where you will find our podcast about those very topics, various articles we have written and linked to that we like upon the internet on those topics. There are also video game reviews and all sorts of other exciting things at www.nearlyenoughdice.com. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. Do please join me next time. And until I see you again, have yourselves a very dwarfy day.